How's everybody doing? My name's Mike, and this is Hawkeye. He's on place right now, and if you're not familiar with place, that means he's on this bed and he cannot leave. He's not allowed to step foot off of the bed. He doesn't necessarily even have to lay down. He could sit there, he could stand, but we want him to be just like that, laying down. So today we're going to talk about some of his excitement. So outside he can be fearful of like some noises and objects. The fear, it's not, crazy bad all the time. It was really bad trying to get him in the car. We have not worked on that yet, since I'm just trying to get him over smaller objects and noises right now. So outside we see some fear. Inside we see a lot of excitement. I really don't see fear from him inside. He's more just excited. This is a very good dog. Like, he has a very nice temperament as far as like his disposition of being he's like happy-go-lucky, right? So he's just like a fun dog to be around, and he's not super serious. His biggest issue is the fear, I would say, and the excitement is the next thing. Since he is a large dog, it can actually be dangerous being around a dog that is very excited to have humans around, because just me walking near him or even making eye contact with him, he'll start to become animated and be excited. But just going near the dog, unclipping equipment from him, a lot of times he's like this. He's excited, you can hear his mouth chomping, and he's doing this hopping thing. And what most dogs do is they hop and they nip at you because they're excited. And he's like a herding dog, so that's a behavior they do. They're not trying to bite you, to hurt you. They're just excited, and no one has actually taught them not to bite when people are close. So what I'm doing is I'm working on clipping and unclipping equipment from the dog without him getting excited and jumping at me. So here I got a long line. See how I just pick up the line and starts wagging his tail? He gets excited right away. So what that is, what else we're working on is me going in and out of this front door without him getting up his legs, without him leaving his place. So what you're seeing with all the excitement is just that's an unwanted, imprinted behavior, right? So owners, all the time I see this where they unknowingly imprint unwanted behaviors on the dog. So when I would first open this door, boom, he would hop right off a place and try to go right out the door. So what that is every time the door opens to this dog, that means go through it. You see all the excitement? There's a lot of excitement for him. So every time the door opens, he believes it's time for him to go through it. So we had to create a new experience for him. Good place. Dogs are limited to what they've experienced in their life. So if he's always experienced when the door opens, he's allowed to go out being excited, then that's what he's going to do every time. So you hear a big deep breath from him. That's a better time for me to go in and clip the equipment. So if he gets excited, I have several options. I can tug the leash. I can use this shake hand. So anytime you're switching a leash on a dog, see how I can't put my hand anywhere? You see that? How he keeps touching my hand. I go to put my hand here, no, and he keeps touching it. See, that's better. Good. Okay. So I don't want him to do that every time, because what happens is that can turn into him nipping later on in life because he's so excited. So that's something we stop at an early age, preferably when they're a puppy is when you want to work on all these things, not when the dog is already large like this. So, and see, that wasn't bad. He did a good job with that. We have been working on this. So now I got my long line. Hey, see how that when I go down for something, when I go down, he would jump at me. He'd jump at my face. So every time I go down, he doesn't know. See, even that little bit, him turning towards me, that's going to turn into a jump when he's more excited. And he should not be making contact with me when I go to touch something. Good boy. Good job. Good place. Okay, so that's one thing we're working on with him. We're using this long line so that if he gets up off a place, we have access to him even if I'm out the door. So if I go to the door, good boy. Good place. The other thing is too, if I tell the dog, good place, good job, buddy. So I give him affection because he did what I wanted. And when you give him affection, we don't want him too excited either, right? So the affection I'm giving him is like slow, good boy. And it's like kind of like a massage, right? Good boy. So he feels I'm strong. I'm a strong leader, right? I'm worthy of him following. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Good place. But then when I back up, place. It's where as soon as I'm done with the affection, I'm done. He gets a little bit as his payment, I'm done, then it's place, and I let him know if he comes off of there, there's gonna be a punishment. Good boy, good place. So this is also why we practice the dog also waiting at the door and not just rushing. We want the door to mean stay calm and wait for my command. Heel, sit, 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 heel, sit. So I want him to see that the door open means sit and wait. Wait for my command. So you want to imprint the wanted behavior on the dog. We don't want the dog to start thinking door open means I go out it. We don't want that. We want the dog to see everything in its life as stay calm and wait for direction from me. Heel. Good boy. Place. Good boy. Place. No. So what he did is he touched his paw to the ground. So that's not a big deal. It's just he has to know you can't even touch your paw. Hey, you can't even touch your paw to the ground. But we're really pushing it with him right now. We're trying to get him to understand that, you know, everything in life means calm down and wait. Because with the excitement from a dog who's also fearful, that excitement can feed the fearfulness. Okay, so if you see what I'm saying, if I open the door and the dog springs up and is allowed to go outside excited, now that is the same energy that you see when he is fearful and trying to in flight mode, trying to run away from something. That is the same energy. So if we can get him to stay more calm with obedience, then when we run into something that he's fearful and he wants to run away from, we say, hey, no, just sit. Don't run away, just sit. And he trusts us. Now, he's going to have a lot less energy when it's fearful. He's going to have a lot more trust. If he's used to practicing being excited and pushing his way through things, he's going to do that when he's fearful. He's going to use that energy and push his way to go wherever he'd like to go. So the first thing to do with a fearful dog, an excited dog, is you start teaching them obedience when they're real young. It's never too late for a dog, so you can teach them obedience even if they're 10 years old. This is what is going to calm them down. Give him a job. See, he has a job now. Be on that bed. Don't leave no matter what happens. When you give them a job, they have something to do. They know where they're supposed to be, what you expect from them. And it's important to take the time and do these things with your dog so they start seeing that everywhere we go, everything we do, I want you to be calm and level-headed. I do not want you to go into a fear state or a very excited state. Good boy. Good place. Good job, buddy. And then once they're doing what you want them to do, once you've trained them to do the things you want them to do, when they do the thing you like them doing, you say, good boy, good place, buddy, and he gets a belly rub. He gets a belly rub. Good boy, good place. Place. It's just important they don't break whatever the command is after you have given them affection. So if you give your dog affection, they break whatever command you gave them, the affection is too much, you need to dial it back a little bit.